Hi there guys, welcome to Dino's World. Welcome to the first ride impression of the brand spanking new 2026 Dominar 350. Yes, you heard me right. It's not 250, it is 350. Okay, hi there guys. I have the brand spanking new 2026 Dominar 350. Yes, you heard me right. It's not the 250, it's not the 400. It gets the same treatment as the Triumphs. Now, gone is the 373cc. Now you get a 349cc engine powering the Dominar. How much is the power drop? Not significant. You can say it's around 2 bhp. Now it is 40.6 ps, and even the torque is down by 2 newton meters. You can see the 373cc badging on the engine is now gone. Even the price drop is significant, nearly around 40,000 rupees, and the rest of the equipment remains the same. You have the USD forks, chunky tires, dual port exhaust, and proper power cruiser design. This thing silhouette. Let's listen to the exhaust note. You have the matrix display borrowed from the NS 400Z, and this one doesn't get a quick shifter. It gets the ride modes, it gets dual channel ABS, it gets switchable traction control, but it doesn't get the quick shifter that the NS 400 gets. It is more refined than before. The vibrations have reduced significantly. So this was the exhaust note and overview about the new Dominar 350 that is here to absolutely change the game with its competitive pricing and over the top loaded electronics and goodies that's hard to find in this segment. And this breed itself, the breed of a power cruiser, is kind of a monopoly that the Dominar enjoys in its class. So that's what makes it different, and the competitive pricing is like the icing on the cake. Cheers. You can see the same livery, the green color, nothing changes here. You have the same touring accessories with the windscreen, the hand guards, the USD forks, the front mudguard, the machined alloy wheels, 320mm disc rotor. You have the beautiful engine guard, the bash plate, gas charged, Nitrox monoshock at the back. You have the beam perimeter frame, and you have 150 section rear tire. Now these are MRF tires. The NS400 or the NS350Z gets Apollo Alpha H9 tires. You have the massive radiator up front right here with the coolant box. Now the change here is the heart of the matter, the engine. If you could remember, earlier you used to get 373cc engraved here. Now that is gone. That's how you identify this as a 350cc. And once you ride it, you will feel the difference. This one is more refined and more composed. That one is more brutal kind of raw power. This one doesn't have that. This is more composed, linear power delivery. Refinement is much better. All the vibrations have vanished. You can see accessible seat height, lot of space for the rider as well as the pillion to ride two up for touring, different places. Luggage rack at the back, pillion backrest is also included. Tank pad is also included. Almost everything comes loaded. You don't have to buy anything. Crash guard is already included here. So ground clearance is 157 mm, I believe. Seat height is also very accessible. So that is it. So this is a 349cc that puts out around 40.6 ps of max power now, and I think torque is not yet mentioned. The site has not yet been updated. This is as per some of the info I got. And torque is down by 2 or 3 newton meters max, maybe 2 newton meters max, but the power again is down by maybe 2 bhp to 40.6. It was 42 or 43 somewhere. So that's pretty much it. Dominar branding right over here, and the segmented display, and of course the LED lighting, handlebar, power socket, USB socket to charge your phone, slipper clutch to watch your back. Here you have jog dial to navigate through the screen. The matrix display was recently updated. So here you have all the riding modes: road, sport, rain and off-road, just like the NS 350. get into the LCD display right over here. We have ride mode where you can come in and choose whichever ride mode you want. Motorcycle traction control, you want to turn it off, just long press, and when it says release, traction control is deactivated. And then warnings are there. You don't get quick shifter like the NS 350. Connectivity, again Bluetooth, music, all that. Lap timer is also there. I don't know why this one gets a lap timer. This is not a track bike. Anyway, other quick settings are here. So that's pretty much it. This concludes the quick fire walk around overview and talking about the updates that the Dominar 350 gets. What's your opinion and how does it feel to ride? We're going to ride it up next. You can see the headlamp is undeniably one of the finest and brightest. And how does it feel to ride in real world conditions the 350 Dominar? Let's ride it and see. Secondary display is gone. That was removed with the previous update itself. So traction control is on. Let's see. It turns on by default. No, okay, I turned it off, so it is off. That's good. Let's see. NS 350 was very impressive, very refined, and the bottom end torque was superb. This one, let's see. Initial impressions, good. Bottom end grunt, just like the NS. More linear power delivery, was slightly heavier, I think so, than the NS 400 or the NS 350. Brakes are brilliant. The accessories do make a world of difference for road touring. Handguards are well sorted. The windscreen is well laid out. It has good, consistent, linear power delivery. It is not lacking anything. It is not lethargic. It is consistent, linear power delivery and torque delivery. Unlike the NS, which was literally lifting off, this one is more composed. Gear shifts are nice and smooth. Downshifts are happening fine. Typical power cruiser design silhouette. Truly one of its kind. A Desi Diavel, you can call it. Did enjoy a lot of success in between, but now with a lot of competition around it and the price increments, it started losing pace. But now with this new update, I think it's back in the reckoning with very competitive pricing, stunning road presence, truckload of equipment, and superb build quality. This thing will be a force to reckon with. Great strategy, great ploy from Bajaj to come up with this 350cc lineup. Not only gives us the GST benefit, but also gives us refined, well-tuned engines. Superb. If only they could have added a quick shifter on the Dominar, it would have made things even more irresistible. Like an icing on the cake. But still, with what it has on offer, this makes a lot of sense. Very comfortable, relaxed seating posture. It's slightly forward set riding the foot pegs, lifted up handlebar, nice and wide handlebar as well. One of the most comfortable sports cruisers, and truly one of a kind, a different breed that enjoys a monopoly in and of itself in its class. So that gets even better and more accessible and more affordable than prior, thanks to the new Heart, the 349cc engine that gives us all the GST benefit. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. See you guys next time. Cheers to the Biking Brotherhood.